Page 23, Ballet Dancer. Nothing new here, we're just using our new note B that we learned on the previous page. Let's look it over. It's 4 lines long, treble and bass clef, 1 sharp in the key signature, we're in the key of G major. All the F's everywhere in the piece are automatically going to be played as F sharps. 3/4 time signature. Let's look it over one hand at a time, make sure we got the fingering and everything. You're starting 4th finger here. Put your hand here. However, don't be up here. Just know that you got here and keep your hand out here. It's 4/5. 1 and 2. And again, I use weight to push the notes down. I'm just rocking the hand back and forth between these 2 notes. I exaggerate it so you can see it better, but it's really a very small motion. Thumb comes down, then just coming down a little bit, 4th finger. I like working the 4th and 5th fingers. This is good. I wish they'd do it in both hands. 2nd line. And then reach up, 4. Don't forget the F sharp. It's in the key signature. And then lift up and move. I would like to prepare this. At the end of the 2nd line, I'm here. And the 3rd line, I'm going to be back up here like it was at the beginning. So at the end of the 3rd line, rather than 2 and 4, I'm going to reach up and use 2 and 3. This way I'm saving 4th finger for the next line. I'm just preparing it. So the last 2 measures of the 2nd line, you're here, and here. Just scrunch up a little bit and here. And now the 3rd finger or 4th finger is ready to go on. Left hand, well, you're starting here. They want you to be here. 2, and then C and a D. During the rest, you come down here. And you can go ahead and use the thumb again. 2 and 1 for that one. And then lift up, come back up into this position. Here for the 2nd line. And then C sharp. And then on the end of the 2nd line, last measure. They gave you a natural sign for the C. It's not necessary. It's a C natural anyway. But they're being clear. There's nothing hard. It's called a courtesy sign. They're just make sure it's a C natural. Because the C sharp in the measure before is only good for that measure. Is it? But that's all right. Last line, you're here. Now, I'd like to prepare the 3rd measure. And if I'm here, I'm out of position because I need to come down here. So in order to help me be a little closer to the 3rd measure, the note, and rather than this, I'm going to come down in here. I'm going to play with thumb. Now I'm a little closer. So I can reach down. And then the last measure, lift up and move. So put the hands together and you're here. The 2nd measure, make sure the left hand's just a 1/4 note here. D's are by themselves. Did you get the idea? You put the hands together and then go back through the hard parts and concentrate on those hard parts and get rid of the hesitations. And then make sure you can play the whole piece through fine with no hesitations anywhere. And the thing about these hesitations and things, these problems you're having, is even after you work them out, they can come back. And they typically do. Well, be patient. When it shows up again, okay, work it out again and keep working it out. And eventually you'll get to where they come back less often, or maybe not at all if you're lucky. But just keep working on them. Be real patient with it. Don't give in and let it stay. That's the problem. People will just, oh, I'll fix it later. No. Once you allow that sort of thing to happen, that becomes part of your plan. You'll always hesitate and have problems. So just get rid of them. Now, once I have the notes and the rhythms and all and the fingering, then I think about the articulation. In the left hand, I'm just going to connect it as best I can for the most part, although we get a little bit. So at the beginning, connect these. And here, and just short. Connect. See, I'm connecting the first and second measure together. I connect all that together. It's like the slur went over the whole thing. So I'm doing that throughout when I get this sort of passage. Now in the second line, it's an accent staccato. Bum, ba, dum. And at the end of the second line, connect the left hand. If you can. That's hard to do. Again, I'm just letting weight push the notes down, and I just lower which fingers I want the weight to be on. Connect it. If you can't connect it, we'll work on it later. Just do the best you can. If you have to, you have to, but I prefer you connect them. And the right hand, you're going to lift up. It's the end of a phrase. So I'm lifting up in the right hand, but not the left. So I'm connecting this. There. Then once I have the articulation out of the way, then I think about the dynamics. Here it applies mainly to the right hand. Mezzo piano is moderately loud, moderately soft, excuse me. Left hand's in the background. That makes the accent and note a moderately loud note, because the accent just takes it up a notch from where you're at, here. And again, it's the right hand. The left hand's still in the background. It's with harmony. And that's basically the dynamics. Once you get into it and you start feeling it, you may adjust the dynamics a little bit. Maybe there's some other things you can do if you feel them. It's a ballet dancer, so don't get too loud and for ballet. You keep it on the tame side. Then the speed, well, it depends on how fast you can handle the eighth notes. The eighth notes will slow it down a little bit, but you don't want it to go too slow. Moderato is not slow, it's just sort of in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 1, somewhere in there is fine. And then the interpretation, again the accent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Get into where you can feel the dynamics and the accents and the staccatos and all. You're getting into the music, you're feeling the music. That's where the magic happens. Don't copy me. You get into it. You make it yours. You don't have to take it that speed. You can adjust the dynamics a little if you feel it. Just you do it. I'd like to do it with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. We're not performing it. We're just checking notes and rhythms. So I'm not going to do any dynamics and play both hands about the same so you can hear all the notes. I will do the staccatos and the accents though. So I'll give us 3 counts and let's try it together very slowly. 1, ready, and go. And 1.